My name's Gareth Neal. I am a furniture designer and a furniture maker.
See that and then let go of it so it goes with it, yeah?
Cardboard's moving actually.
I went through a series of doing GCSEs, A-levels, and then that took me on to doing a degree at High Wycombe University where I trained to be a cabinet maker. And at that point then I started learning design, and after working for somebody else for a while, I set up my own business. Still really tacky, isn't it? I think you need to do a bit more rubbing off down the bottom of this leg actually.
Okay.
It's really tacky. I work with wood mainly because I've always had a fascination with it. I did actually want to be a potter for a while, and I went to an evening class to learn pottery when I was a kid. And only 2 people turned up to do the class, and so it was cancelled. So the other option was one on woodwork, so I took that one, and ever since I've been hooked. I wouldn't have minded being a baker, but those courses weren't available either. Wood is a very special material because it holds many special qualities. It's environmentally friendly. It does grow on trees, quite literally. People want to touch it, people want to stroke it, people want to be around it. Our historical furniture became a inspiration, well, back when I first did the Anne table and the Anne chairs. I wanted to make an object that could talk of now and talk of the past at the same time. I was frustrated that people weren't appreciating and weren't understanding hand craftsmanship and things that were made by hand, yet at the same time I was learning computers. So I wanted to design an object that could talk about craftsmanship when perhaps it was at its finest, but also talk about the modern design at the same time, and that's how those objects came about. It's a great piece, that. I mean, the very first pair of these that I made, I didn't do it on a computer. I did them on a circular saw, just raising and lowering the saw blade. Okay, so this is the Anne table then. This one I've literally just finished for a private collector. In there you can see the classical shape of what is a Queen Anne leg, which was developed in 1730, and it was a very kind of iconic shaped form. So the machine comes in and a blade cuts away the grooves. You know, the machine has no awareness of where fractures or weaknesses are in the timber, so this is how I get them back often. You know, there's a great deal of then the craftsmanship then has to come in, you know, where you're finishing and understanding of grain and sanding and filling and kind of, in a way, just making it look as good as it does. I guess reaching an audience is something that takes a long time to find different ways and different approaches to get out there. Now I'm tweeting, and I have got a website, and I have got a blog attached to that. Who buys it? Well, who knows who buys it? Sometimes I never know who buys it, and things go off to Dallas or go off to the States, and I haven't got a clue who bought it. But often they're wonderful people, patrons or collectors, or people that are just really, really fascinated by what I do and have never bought a piece of artwork or a bit of fine craftsmanship in their lives before, but they've just fallen in love with it.
Okay. Yeah.